Dinner in Hell band!
Oh, the band is so pulverizing.
God damn, they're killing it.
Trying to come up with some good P words. Got a new pop shield for the microphone.
Crushing. They're crushing.
Show probably sounds way better now. This pop shield.
I think it does. I think so.
I searched professional pop shield, and this is the one I got. First result, baby.
That's how it's done. You're the one person on Google who doesn't hit it. You hit, I'm feeling lucky. And you just have that credit card out, ready to go. Welcome back for another exciting edition of the Dinner in Hell podcast, the show where two amateur historians talk about the atrocious underbelly of history. I am one of your co-hosts, Brad the Impaler, and with me, as always, Ron Maiden.
What is it? What? I was asleep. Oh, frog, where am I? Am I late for the show?
No, you're here.
Oh, I drooled on the control board.
Look at this beautiful audience we have tonight.
I was just awake when the band was playing, and I fell asleep instantly. I've been up all night.
That is weird.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've been up all night researching this show. I've been drinking coffee. Black. Like my men.
And strong, I assume.
And here I am. Like a pro.
Ready to go. Listen to that silky smooth Ron Maiden voice.
Oh, yeah. I've been going to voice school. Listen to that crackle of that. Listen to that voice right there. Listen to my voice. Just rip right through that woofer of your stereos, your Kenwood.
I agree. And what will we hear? The dulcet tones of Ron Maiden telling us about this week.
I am going to try to control myself because since we've known each other, we've done this program together. Mm-hmm. You know yes. what type of woman I love.
I believe you are partial to the women of ancient Gaul.
Gaul women. Oh my God! Like it's just, I got to think for these Gaul women. You guys, I'll be honest with you, they're based out of France.
You wish they all could be Carthaginian Gaul.
Yeah, if they're half Carthage, half Gaul, that's perfect mix, my friend. I mean, you. Anyways, let's get on with this goddamn show.
Now, I don't know if this particular Gaulish woman would pique your fancy though, because she liked to murder a lot.
Oh, okay, now get to the bad shit.
Well, today we're going to be talking about Locusta of Gaul, also known as Locusta the Poisoner, also known as the Black Widow of ancient Rome.
She was an herbalist.
Yeah, an herbalist. That sounds like, a healer, somebody who you go to in search of wisdom.
What time of Rome, like ancient Rome, who's like emperoring? Where are we?
Well, we don't know too much about her upbringing. Would have been in the first half of the 1st century. Yeah, we know she is from the dark side of the Alps, as the Romans would have seen it. And we don't know too much about, what happened to her before then. But she comes to Rome around 50 AD as an adult, bearing with her several things.
She was nude on a white horseback with long blonde flowing hair.
It's interesting that you say that because
typical Gaul hair.
You could describe her as a sort of pestilence.
Whoa.
On the city.
She arrives. It's like the fire woman in Game of Thrones. Like, God damn it. Mm-hmm. Doesn't anyone see it but me? She's a fire woman. She's a fire witch.
Yeah.
Locusta comes in. She's got a bag of herbs. Don't touch these herbs. Okay. These are my good herbs.
That's a Gaul accent.
Yes. These are my good herbs there, guy. There's some sausage in there, and there's some herbs. You might find some mushrooms in there.
Gall, Wisconsin.
Depends on if I'm in the foreshadowing mood or not. You might find some mushrooms in that bag there. You'll see. That's my female Gaul accent. I love Locusta so far.
All right, yeah. So she's got a beautiful accent. You know that much.
She rides into to Rome with a criminal history.
Oh yeah, she herbalist, like we said before, but not like that because she was like the dark side of the herbalist force. She was a poisoner. She made poisons.
Before the poisoner rep, what do you think her life was like as a child? Like, what if she becomes this professional poisoner? She ends up being hired by like high up people to do high up murders later in the show. What do you think happened to this young Gaul toddler or girl or whatever that made her? I'm thinking, like, was her parents like killed by Romans or something? Like, why was she like so dead set on like killing with herbs?
I just think it's, like once you find your passion, just do that.
Was she a murderous person? Like, was she like Jeffrey Dahmer, the program we just did?
Yes, she had absolutely
she was a murderer.
No compunction about killing people. Yeah, she had a good time doing it.
And she tried to be good at it, and she became freaking awesome at it, Uncle Donnie.
Yeah. Some people call her the first serial killer. That's nonsense. There was plenty more before her and plenty after, but
right.
Yeah, she was some people call her that because it's much more like a traditional serial killer that we would think of, like we just discussed in Mr. Dahmer.
She grew up, it was a peasant life?
Yes, that's about the other thing we know her upbringing is that it was not comfortable. She was from the lowest class. And other than that, so basically nothing but her reputation, herself,
right,
and her barbarian knowledge of herbs and how they act on people.
Oh my gosh, she had such a barbarian know-how. She could look at some tree bark and know exactly what to do with it, man. That's barbarian thinking there.
Mm.
Man, I keep crossing my accents. Here I am doing like Mongolian accent with a Gaul person.
Yeah, they're so close though. It's hard to do it right. I mean, she comes up a lot in a lot of the histories. So she does figure in very prominently into, the Roman history. She's mentioned by, Tacitus, your boy, Suetonius.
Why is he my boy?
I don't know. I just like Tacitus. So like, it's your boy Tacitus.
I'll take it.
Cassius Dio.
I trust you.
And Juvenal all mention.
Sounds like a rap trio. Yo, what up? It's Juvenal, Tacitus. Kick it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Cassius Dio. Or if you said it, Cassius Dio.
Cassius James Dio.
Cassius Dio. I bet you there is a rapper named Cassius Dio.
Cassius James Dio. Like Ronnie James Dio. Cross him up.
I bet you there's a tribute band named...
Hologram.
named Cassius James Dio.
Cassius James Dio is the next badass band name. I'll tell you what. I'm going to stop the show right here. Stop the show.
Trademark. Ron
Stop
Maiden.
the show. Our show could be the friggin' source of so many band names. If people play music and they're like metal music, we gotta come up with a band name, man. Like, dude, I got this idea from the show dinner and whole podcast, bro.
I'm gonna start putting the hashtag good band names in every episode on SoundCloud.
Testicular immurement. Oh, it's perfect. I wanted testicles somehow involved in it, and immurement's killer. Perfect. Dinner in hell. Thanks, dinner in hell.
You're welcome. Just like when you play Detroit, you put Brad the Impaler and Ron Maiden on the list every time. That's all we ask.
Media pass, so we can go wherever we want. Appreciate it.
So we say she came to Rome around 50 AD, and her reputation was deserved. She knew exactly what the fuck she was doing. She offered a wide variety of different types of poisons to her customers for murder for hire.
Such as?
Oh, we'll get there, but eventually including a Roman emperor.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I didn't understand where you're going with that. Forgot what we covered in the meeting. Pre-show meeting.
Which meeting?
The show prep meeting with the team.
Okay, so not the one-on-one.
No.
Okay.
I forgot. I remember all that.
And this was not during the PowerPoint?
I was going to say, I remember each PowerPoint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
It's the
okay,
first big team meeting we had.
All right, we're back on the same page now.
Okay. So, what we're talking about again? Locusta the Poisoner. What's her name? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so she offered all kinds of different poisons to her, murder for hire customers, including hemlock, belladonna, nightshade, arsenic, cyanide, and even opium and quinine overdoses. I don't know how much tonic water you have to drink to die of a quinine overdose, but I don't want to find out.
That's got to be the lamest freaking overdose is quinine overdose.
Yeah, I think so.
I looked up what the symptoms would be. Like, it's so dumb. You may lose consciousness for a short time. Like, come on, put me out, coma style. Quinine. And doctors, they say doctors will prescribe it to people with arthritis, tonic water with quinine. But I looked that up too. I fact checked. And there is not nearly enough quinine in the tonic water to even help you at all. Like a regular dose of quinine, like prescribed, it's like way more stronger than like this stupid tonic bottle.
Yeah.
Don't buy tonic water.
Nah.
Just buy water, you guys. Fuck tonic water.
Yeah, so her career at this point is blooming. It's right at the start. And, she is also an assassin. She is also conducting the murders herself. Remember they call her the first serial killer? That's part of the deal. Sometimes she makes the poison and it's used elsewhere. Sometimes she's sneaking around and using like false identities and shit and threatening people, all kinds of crazy shit to get access to poison people herself. And she's making, fuckloads of money. To put it bluntly, she's doing very well.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure some of our criminal listeners out there will know. When you reach a certain level of notoriety as a criminal, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, to some degree, you're always going to want some anonymity.
Like the Joker can't like just go to get like dinner.
Exactly.
Like, God damn it, Joker's in here. Oh, shit. I'm just here to get dinner.
He's like got a hoodie on, sunglasses. He's just trying sweatpants.
With like shitty makeup smeared.
Yeah, he's just trying to pick up some fucking Thai food.
Yeah, like I'm just here for dinner. I'm not here to fucking set the place on fire, tie anybody up to bombs.
Yeah, it's a long day. He doesn't feel like cooking.
Yeah. Guys.
And what do you know? All
As
of a
you
sudden,
were.
He's in a fight because some Johnny Do-Good tries to attack him.
Yeah, because of you. My uncle's dead, motherfucker. Like, dude pulls a knife out of his shoe. Cling! Death in the middle of a Thai food place.
Now the cops are coming, and it's a whole thing. And he hasn't even eaten.
And now there's Thai food getting cold. So Locusta the Poisoner was a Gaul woman who ran a holistic health food store. And it was known to have a beaded curtain leading to the 18 and up poison room. Like you go into her old.
That's really I got all the good stuff.
Like you touched on her a little bit about her being an herbalist. I made you like go back. Mm-hmm. We kind of didn't go back to herbalist part.
Yeah.
She was a badass herbalist. She knew how to probably fix colds, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, all kinds of shit.
She's like, I got effervescence before halls even existed. Know what I'm saying? This is effervescence. Okay? You're going to see vapors in front of your face when you put this in your mouth.
Unbelievable.
She was awesome. But she did, so what I was getting at is I think she did run like a health food store like to build her fortune.
Yeah, that was like the front. You know what I mean?
Herbalist
like
money.
You come into the herbalist shop, but if you ask for like the double special potion, she'll be like, okay, you want to murder somebody, come with me.
Beaded curtain, bitch.
Yeah.
Like private. 2 people at a time. Friggin' medicinal. Herbalist. Medicinal. Herbalist.
Yeah, so I imagine, she's running the shop, and twice during, 1954, during
54.
During 54 AD, after she'd sort of built her business up to this point, it comes back to bite her because she gets thrown in the clink. Not once, not twice. Eventually 3 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
For being a poisoner?
Yeah, for murdering.
Yeah, doing that murder and shit. Hey, when in Rome, I mean, what are you going to do? They say, what's the main saying?
When in Rome.
Yeah.
Do as the Romans.
Right. And what do they do? As you learned from our show.
They murder each other all the time.
Yeah, no one's safe.
Never.
Unborn children aren't safe.
If you're like in the upper class of Rome, they're just killing each other all the time and being like, I don't know.
Brad,
every leader gets assassinated after a certain point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad and I always say if you ever had to time travel, you would want to have a spot in the woods far from everyone. Just mind your business. Have a couple animals to like milk and have meat. Chickens, have eggs. Just self-contained. You don't want to look at anyone in the eye. Yeah, don't go back to Rome.
Avoid people and definitely avoid Rome.
If you have the ability to time travel, just don't go to Rome.
Just go forward.
Go.
It's got to be better. Just go forward.
Maybe deal with the Alaskan people. Maybe they would have been a little bit more chill up there. Mm-hmm. The Eskimo people.
Yeah, maybe.
Then ease yourself into Washington, down the coast, into America. Deal with the natives. Don't be,
Native American lifestyle sounds appealing to me.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I would try to do that.
Yeah.
Seems like it's kind of like
everyone does something.
Civilized. It seems like way more fucking civilized than like Rome does.
Do you think there were serial killers amongst the Native American tribes? Like
I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
Like, someone keeps... We got another person missing.
It did
Must have been a coyote, that's all I'm saying.
It did seem like they had much healthier communities, though.
Like, they probably figure out that you're a serial killer type when you were younger, and they're like, take them fishing, you know what I'm saying? Like, take them fishing.
Or maybe... Maybe.
Just kill them.
It takes nature. You have to be born with the predisposition to it. And it takes nurture.
Maybe it does not exist in their culture.
Yeah, but maybe the community is so nurturing, the serial killer nurturing... This is total speculation. I have no idea about this at all. So I probably shouldn't even do it. But I'm just saying that's a possibility if you have strong communities.
Locusta the Poisoner is currently locked up in jail, you guys, is what we're trying to tell you.
Yes, this is somehow...
So here comes the Empress.
Well, the first 2 times that she got arrested, she got out of hawk by 2 different Roman senators.
Right.
Yeah, one was interested in getting her out because he was like... Holy shit, if she starts talking like she's going to tell him about all the murders I paid her to do.
Oh, I thought he was like, I want to take her to a movie.
No.
Oh, he's like, I think you're cute, Locusta. I'm a senator.
The first one had already hired her, and she had already murdered people on his behalf.
Yeah,
customer. The second one was like, I know, if I bail Locusta out, she'll murder somebody for me.
I'll have her in my pocket.
Yeah, so the first 2 times, senators got her out. The third time, no senator was coming to call.
Agrippina the Younger.
Agrippina the Younger herself, daughter of Germanicus.
Oh, yes.
Fourth wife of Emperor Claudius.
Yeah.
And the younger sister of Dinner and Hell alumnus Caligula.
Oh, yeah.
Old Lil Boots himself.
Caligula.
That, if you were curious about learning more about Caligula, you could refer to episode 38. He's a real fucking living nightmare as a ruler. It's pretty interesting.
That episode's freaking funny. I like that one.
Yeah, so at this point in her career, Locusta's career, we're talking like a promising rookie, right?
Rookie in what?
An NBA player.
Rookie basketball player?
Yeah. So, I mean, we're not talking like number 1 overall here, but like, you know, the Timberwolves would be expecting her to carry the team, be their superstar in like 2-3 years.
She's top prospect?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Of her career.
High draft. Yeah, but she hasn't proved herself yet. She's just made it to the big leagues.
Right.
To the show.
She's in. She's got her foot in.
Yeah.
Now she's got to like make her name. So let's make her name.
Yeah,
AT.
she gets her big call up. Draft day, you could call it, is when Agrippina comes and gets Locusta out of prison.
Agrippina the Younger's here. She wants to talk to you.
This is it.
Is she going to kill me?
This is your time.
Good news. She's not going to kill you.
Are you going to reach out and grab this moment to change your life? I am offering you the chance to kill a Roman emperor.
Oh my God. I've dreamt as a little kid ever since you bastards killed my parents. Allegedly.
Probably.
Allegedly. As long as I say allegedly, and as long as I say we're freaking amateur, I can say whatever the hell I want to. It's a comedy program.
Yeah. It's indeed a comedy program. Yeah, so Agrippina comes, gets Locusta out, and enlists her to kill her husband, Claudius. So October 12th, 54 AD, Locusta poisons Claudius's personal bodyguard. Not killing him, just making him too sick to come to work that day.
Oh. Step 1 complete.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that. Or copy that. Step 1 complete.
She then uses that open access to bribe the emperor's food tester, Helotus. So he's down. He's out. That line of defense neutralized.
What he's saying, she's like, look, we're gonna poison this dude, but you get a key role in this.
Yeah. So here's this bunch of money.
Right.
Yeah. Because this is at the hand of the empress. So there's probably, it says bribe. I didn't get a number anywhere, but it's probably pretty safe to assume it's a very significant bribe.
I bet.
So Helotus, eventually drawn into the plot, gives Claudius a poison mushroom, or a bunch of poison mushrooms, or possibly a stew.
Claudius loved mushrooms.
Yeah, he was a mushroom guy.
Agrippina knew this.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, somehow he gets the mushroom in his mouth. He's eating the mushrooms.
Yeah, when we were reading about this, we found a bunch of different descriptions of the actual mushroom / poison delivery subsystem.
Some say that the tester was in on it, but he didn't show up. Mm-hmm. And that Agrippina gave him the mushroom herself. Like, don't worry, dear, it's me, honey. Take the mushroom, honey. Honey, you love mushrooms. Take the mushroom, honey.
Good Roman. Good native Roman.
So the dude eats the mushrooms. He's poisoned now. He's on the ground. He's causing a scene, right? He's foaming at the mouth. What? Okay, clutching his throat.
Spewing up shit.
I'm loking.
Probably like eyes bulging out.
He's wearing a Chicago Bears starter jacket with sunglasses and a baseball hat. I'm loking.
His mustache was really banging too.
So Claudius is on the ground dying. And they're like, don't worry, I got this. All we got to do is make him vomit.
Yeah, see, few more people in the room are in it. And the guy who goes to make him vomit is the doctor, Caius Tertinius Xenophon.
Xenophon's like, I got the gag feather. Let's do this.
Yeah, here.
It's like turkey
everybody
feather.
Step back.
I imagine like a turkey feather, like long, slender, striped.
Long. I don't know what kind of birds.
Hold his mouth open. He's like loking. He's dying. You know how and you're supposed to take a feather. Like the feather wouldn't just jam up and like break. It's got to be a strong feather. Tell me about this feather, please.
Okay, so the doctor's like, everybody step back. I'm a doctor.
The feather's important, you guys. Yeah. It's a big deal.
See, he comes up to slide the feather down the emperor's throat to induce vomiting.
Right.
But remember, he's in on the plot.
Yeah, and this is normal. They do this. It's like a gag feather.
This is why it doesn't. This shouldn't look odd to anyone else in the room. But that feather, by Locusta earlier in the evening, had been coated in motherfucking strychnine.
Straight up strychnine.
Yeah, strychnine. So that was like double whammy of poison murder.
Are you guys following this?
It's like poison overkill.
It was backup
Double
plan poison. It was like the medicine to the rescue was more poison.
Yeah, and just because it was kind of taking a while, got the old feather down the throat.
We're just getting started on this 3-hour episode. We are just on the tip of the iceberg. We got about 3 hours to go, you guys.
Yeah, 3.5, maybe.
So make sure you stay and watch all the ads on YouTube. We collect 4 cents.
Yeah. I don't think they're monetized.
Okay, so we're done with the conflicting stories on who gave him the actual mushroom.
Yes.
Now let's get back to the storyline.
Okay, so now the motive.
Hey, is that more freaking upfront forward segue ever? Hey, let's get further on with the storyline, Brad.
There, I like it. I like it. It's direct, effective, good transition. You've been reading that segue book I left out.
Obviously not. I thought I was doing good, but that one sucked.
I don't know. I think it's effective. Well, anyways, the motive. You may have been asking yourself, why does Agrippina want to kill her husband?
Right. Till death do us part. Like,
well, the answer is because every single one of these people spends every single waking minute either indulging and satiating their own hedonistic sick urges or advancing their own personal power within Rome. And Agrippina is not different than that. So what she was doing was trying to situate her beautiful, perfect little boy to have the entire inheritance, even though he was only adopted.
Who was her boy?
Her boy, Nero.
Nero, thank you.
Another Dinner in Hell alumnus. And another, if I may say it myself, a real Dinner in Hell all-star.
You got the episode number for Nero?
Nero, episode 27, Make Rome Great Again.
Oh, nice job. Got it in front of me too. I didn't see it. Sorry. My right side monitor on the right, it's like we're having problems with the screen flashing in and out. We'll have to get the cable fixed. Probably just need to be tightened.
Yeah, and we'll get the crew on that.
But at the same time, Claudius is emperor. Agrippina is his wife. Claudius had a son from a previous marriage. Agrippina had a son from a previous marriage. Mm-hmm. If you guys didn't hear the Nero episode, Agrippina freaking whispered in Claudius's ear enough to get him to sign Nero as the successor to his throne over Britannicus, right? Remember, we made fun of Britannicus because he was probably they named the Britannicus encyclopedias after him because he was the dorky nerd. We love dorky nerds, you guys. We might have some dorky nerdy qualities ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine the Julio-Claudian dynasty at this period of time is basically like the Brady Bunch mashed up with the most evil people in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Boltons marrying the fucking Lannisters or some shit.
Imagine sitting in the room. You're part of the people that eat dinner with the emperor. Like, there's probably enough people that are important enough. Mm-hmm. You're in the room, and then here he is on the ground choking, holding his throat, like writhing in pain. You're like,
I would be very frightened about what was about to happen. Yeah,
who's going to be a new emperor?
Are they going to immediately kill me? Then you'd have to run down the list of all the people you've been fucking over for the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be really dangerous.
Oh, about being in the room with the people I seen him die. Okay.
Yeah, it would be really dangerous. All the people you fucked over, like, 'cause if one of them comes to power, your number's up.
Yeah.
All right, so we mentioned Agrippina gets arrested again. That's because there's no honor among thieves. And as soon as everything's over, and as the second Agrippina feels just the tiniest bit of heat from people wondering what happened to Claudius, she snitches on fucking Locusta. She flips so fast it's not even funny.
Who do you think did it? Her name's Locusta the Poisoner.
Yeah, exactly.
My name's Agrippina the Younger. Figure it out.
Exactly.
I'm over here just being younger. of Agrippina's while she's over there being the poisoners of Locustas.
Yeah, and sent her ass straight back up the river.
So she's in the clink.
Yep. But you may say down, but not out.
Oh, Locusta's just... She's like, like when you do the little Jack in the Box, like, ding, 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 Jack in the Box pops out. Every once in a while, someone turns that clink on that lock of that cell door. They're like, Locusta, we want to know if you want to go pro. She's like, sir, I would love to. Did it involve poisoning important people? That's what I want to do. Yes, sir. I would very much like to. Then come with me.
Yeah. So some common sayings are meet the king, new king, same as the old king. Not always the case, because Claudius was very different from his successor, Nero.
Nero was a monster.
Yeah, just a human monster. Just a living nightmare. Absolute terrifying psychopath in charge of one of the most powerful and dominant empires ever to exist.
Episode 27 of our show. Look it up. It's good.
Yeah, if you heard the recent Dahmer episode, imagine him with basically unlimited power.
So here, Nero is emperor now?
Yep. And
Britannicus is still alive and kicking.
Yeah, Britannicus is alive, and a lot of people aren't super happy with the way Agrippina's handled things, and Nero. He's not exactly a fan favorite in Rome. So there's starting to be a sort of cabal formed surrounding Britannicus that is advancing him as a more legitimate emperor. Nero will not tolerate such nonsense. He is not amused by this. So, who gets called out again?
We already did this. Knocks on the door. Come on out, Locusta.
I imagine as she's walking out of prison this time, accompanied by Nero, it's like...
Who's she gonna kill?
Like the beginning of Alan Parsons, like Eye in the Sky, like the music that like the Pistons used to come out to.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Smoke.
like walking down the jail tunnel, or like the final countdown.
Like green lasers, like out of the smoke.
Yeah, Little Europe.
Starting me right now
at Poisoner.
At lead Poisoner.
Number 54 in your programs.
Locusta, the Poisoner of God.
Number 1 in your hearts.
On your feet to meet and greet Locusta, the Poisoner.
And some techno
drum corps out in the middle of the basketball court.
Yeah, so anyway, she's coming out. She's out again, and this is where she's really hitting her peak. Like the NBA player analogy we talked about earlier, this is her at about 27 years old. At this point, her understanding of the game is fully matured. She's an experienced pro. You're not going to touch her composure. She's ruthless out there.
She's like an Andrew Bogut.
Yeah, she's still young enough to have the energy to get up and down the floor.
Yeah. I love how you freaking cross Locusta the Poisoner in NBA basketball, BT. That's your one of your strengths.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that quite a lot.
I've read a book about strengths.
Oh, I have to borrow that one.
How to identify strengths.
Yeah, so Nero, boom, he's got her out of, I don't know, you could maybe even call it retirement, early retirement. She comes back ready to show the world what she's got. Nero enlists her to take out Britannicus. Now, on or just before, and pay careful attention to this, Britannicus' 14th birthday. He's a
near.
On or just before, yeah.
Yeah, he is a child. Okay.
At the most, he is on the first day of his 14th year.
Right. He's a tween.
And if you go check,
tween,
I guess
tween.
No, 14's teenager.
Is 13 a tween?
I don't think
is
so.
12 a tween? What's
I
a
think
tween?
so. 11 and 12
okay.
probably.
Oh shit!
Because after then you got teen in the name.
Oh okay.
Right.
12. Yeah. I guess whatever.
I don't know. I'm a millennial.
I'm a Generation X.
Yeah, Gen X.
Freaking.
We have the two most diverse perspectives you'll ever hear. Okay, so at this party, Britannicus is given some wine that has been poisoned by Locusta. Now, this is a slow working job. This is one of the slow workers. It was supposed to, be quiet, like a sneaky death. Like he's supposed to die like later on when he goes to bed. But after he gets it, Nero's like, oh, why didn't I just get the poison that killed him immediately? Like, he's got severe buyer's remorse about this shit. But he's Nero, so instead of taking any responsibility for making a poor decision, he blames the entire thing on the other sociopath in the scenario, Locusta. It goes right to her and just mercilessly beats her.
Himself.
Yeah, with his own hands. They specifically mention, because such a thing is extremely bizarre for a Roman emperor to do.
So Britannicus just gets sick?
Well, nothing happens.
Okay, nothing happened?
Yeah, because he's supposed to die later on.
Yeah.
So nothing happened. He's supposed to die later on, and Nero's like, fuck this. I want him dead now. So Locusta's like, hey, I told you, dude, like, it'll work later. He's not going to die right now.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this. That's why we agreed upon this when we had the sit down.
Yeah.
When we, you paid me for the hit.
We did murder prep meeting.
No, he comes back and just starts beating the piss out of her for a fucking, I don't know why, because he's an evil piece of shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, fine, here's the immediate, kill poison. And he's just like, okay, fine. He leaves, takes the immediately kill poison, and goes back there. And his next cup of wine, this all took place apparently very quickly.
In the same day?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So his next wine, he took one sip and immediately hit the floor. She wasn't fucking around. This was the fast killing one.
Yeah.
Immediately hits the floor.
Britannicus was epileptic child.
Yeah, so he's convulsing, shaking, spitting, foaming at the mouth. There's probably blood coming out somewhere. Fucking just a gory scene. And they're just like,
goddamn seizure.
There goes old Britannicus with one of his epileptic seizures that looks nothing like this.
This is more bloodier than normal.
Nobody pay attention. This is totally normal. Everything's fine. He's going to be okay. And go back. Enjoy the party.
He doesn't normally have blood shooting on his nose on the seizure. This is different.
Go hit the vomitorium. Come back for another course of weird Roman food that I can't even imagine what it would be. But he's just laying on the ground dying.
I've got a freaking little dinner in hell going deep freaking fun fact for you.
Dinner in hell going deep.
I heard this is the deal back then, is at dinner they would serve their wine warm.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, this is great. This is a child.
Yeah.
Wine.
Small child.
Yeah. Young child. Young adult. And they would serve the wine warm.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did was the person that was in on it, the tester person that served the wine to Britannicus, put super hot water in it. So when he had it, he's like, ooh, this is too hot. So put some cold water in it. The cold water had the poison in it. They pour the cold water in it to bring the temperature back down. Boom. And that's how it got past the testers and shit, because it was in the stupid water cool off pitcher.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Some freaking Tarantino shit right there.
That's a good example of how insidious and good at murdering she was.
Remember we mentioned the freaking laced feather that made you gag so you vomit your poison up was laced with poison. Like, these people are freaking, yeah.
She is incredibly devious. Diabolical even.
So what was Britannicus going through? Like, what did this poison, you said, blood coming out of everywhere?
Also, real quick,
there was specific things.
When I was growing up, I was
poisoned,
a Roman Catholic. I was given my first alcohol at age 7 when I had my first communion.
Were you guys just chilling out or what? Were you guys just watching movies or something? The priest like, here's some wine?
It was like a picnic. There was a variety of delicious cheeses, I think.
Okay. It was a wine and cheese tasting.
Yeah.
So, kids involved. Cool. That's interesting. Might want to look into that.
Nah, there's a bunch of kids in a musty old building.
Fuck you. That's gross. Let's see. It was vomiting blood in the urine, cramping muscles, hair loss, stomach pain. Like hair is just coming out in clumps. He's like, I am legend. Like, no, Sam, let's go, Sam. The organs of the body affected by arsenic poisonings are the lungs, skin, kidneys, and liver. But this, I don't think this moved a little faster than hair loss and skin poisoning.
Yeah, that's probably a long-term deal.
Yeah, this was like instant.
Yeah, this probably went straight to the, diarrhea, vomiting blood in the urine stage.
And Nero's like, now, who do you think freaking did it? Who killed Britannicus? We got to get to the bottom of this.
Well, you see, the thing about Nero is he didn't give a shit about public appearances at all. He was like, the Roman Empire is my personal playground, and I don't care who knows it, basically.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm just going to do whatever I want, and all of you have to, by law, just deal with it. We do have an esteemed guest here. Petronius the Arbiter will be with us for the duration of the recording.
That's just me. That's my breathing. Okay, so Britannicus. Wait, Nero did not give a shit. Let me ask you: was Nero the one? We're going to be back. Was Nero the one that would dress up as a regular person and run through the city streets? Was that Caligula?
I think it was Nero. I think it was.
Yeah, him and like a bunch of people like.
And they would just like go around robbing places and shit, just like
the knights would be
places to the ground.
The knights would be like, "Hey, stop it!" And they'd be like, "It's me. I'll have you killed." Like,
yeah.
"Oh, carry on."
Never mind.
Yeah,
have fun.
Like robbers would dress up as Nero, so they wouldn't get hassled by.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, Nero, guys, I'm telling you, look up that episode.
Yeah, but Nero. So he doesn't give a shit about public appearances. So this is when Locusta finally gets her just desserts, her rewards.
Nice.
Instead of being thrown back into prison, this is like her first big free agent contract. So she gets the hilltop villa in Rome, like one of the most prestigious places to live, one of the best lifestyles you could have in the city, immediately hers.
He freaking gives her a title. Nero?
Yeah, she's the Imperial Poisoner. She's the official poison killer of the Roman Empire.
Imagine like Darth Vader's poisoner.
Yeah, exactly. That's bizarre. How twisted is that shit? That they have an official poisoner.
Well, right. Well, she's not only the official poisoner, but she comes like Professor Poisoner.
Yes, she is given students. Nero is like, I need more poison soldiers, so go be trained by Locusta.
Yeah, so he can like probably kill Locusta and have like 9 more Locustas,
Mm-hmm. He likes killing people, and she is given free reign to do research in whatever way she saw fit.
And homeless people.
Yes. Yep. And criminals. And also she was basically given the prescription, like the samurais, where if like anybody gave them like a cross eye, they could just murder them for no reason. They were like, well, what are you going to do? She had that same kind of carte blanche.
Grab him. He's a patient now.
Or maybe she would do it to perfect her assassin skills too. So she would just sneak poison people like at random. That's scary. Like the Tylenol thing where they poisoned all that Tylenol and they had to recall it all.
Yeah. So for like 14 years, she's just living it up.
Yeah. She is just tearing ass around Rome, killing whoever the hell she wants. Just having a great time. Living large, rich as hell. No problemo. But the thing about kings is kings do change.
You mean emperors?
Yeah, emperor, king, same thing.
Yeah.
You know, we described Nero briefly here. There's a really good description of why he's an evil piece of shit in the other episode. But after that 14 years, everyone in Rome had basically had enough of his shit, and he was finally assassinated.
Well, you know that she gave him the secret suicide poison?
Yeah.
Did you know that it was in a little gold box?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He had a kit from her for like a painless suicide.
Yeah.
But on the run, he didn't have a chance to take it. He had to go for the knife instead.
Yeah. He stabbed himself.
Mm-hmm.
Nero.
It's going to be a rough way to go.
I think we even said that he's the only emperor to ever do that. Suicide. I think so.
Now, after his death, there was a really strong anti-Nero sentiment among most Romans. So, I mean, especially if you're among the upper class, if you're used to having the emperor to some degree, like, placate you and, like, give you stuff, like you're a good boy, so you get surprises. Yeah, Nero wasn't doing any of that shit. He's basically like, you're all my fucking slaves, no matter what class you are. But these people were especially anti-Nero, and that's where new rulers come from, or these highfalutin Roman families. And boy, oh boy, everything Nero had to go. So Galba, who took over the empire after Nero's death, was extremely vindictive of anything related to Nero. And it's not like Locusta's role in any number of murders was a secret. She was the official poisoner. And you see this notoriety bad, anonymity good. Now, Galba finally put an end to Locusta's reign of terror, having her dragged through the city in chains before being publicly executed. Now, there are some interesting possibilities for that execution.
Drug through the city in chains. Do you think she's walking, or are they like dragging her? Like,
it's tough to say.
Probably making her walk.
Drug may have been my word,
probably
so they may have like marched her through, like,
led her through,
yeah,
chain her on her neck.
something. Yeah,
Is she nude?
maybe. I'm not sure.
I'm imagining nude.
Probably like Cersei.
It's hard for me to not imagine a Gaul woman nude. I mean, it's just natural.
Yeah, these things, yeah, they do happen. I was thinking like Cersei.
Right, yeah.
You know, there is a possibility, this is controversial, but I've seen this reported, more than a couple places, that her execution, involved, after the chain walk, her being raped to death by a specially trained giraffe.
Are you making this up?
I am not.
I think you wrote this.
I did not.
This is copyright to Brad the Impaler's company.
Now, I think this is considered to some degree apocryphal. I don't know if that's is historically accurate, but it's written about an awful lot.
She was then, after the procedure by the giraffe, killed by wild animals.
Ripped apart, I believe, was the specific wording. Ripped apart by wild animals.
Damn.
That's Petronius right there.
Frickin' Locusta the Poisoner.
Yeah,
so
that's it. That's her end.
her journey began, a young Gaul woman crossing the Alps into Rome. Frickin'
Ended really brutally, however it went down.
she had the herbalist knowledge, good and bad.
Yeah.
She'd probably frickin' hook you up with some good, St. John's wort, so
Ginseng.
it wasn't just strychnine.
Yeah, she probably helped. I don't know. But she was killing lots of people. She's terrible. There's no way she was a psychopath.
Well, we hope we hope you enjoyed that. The story of Locusta the Poisoner. Brad is about to. We're going to test Brad's knowledge on some Dinner in Hell trivia. So here we are playing Dinner in Hell trivia.
Dinner in Hell trivia. Down, down.
All right, I'm glad the audience is enthusiastic. So, Brad, okay, now these questions that I have written are based as of November 14th.
Okay.
That was this 2017. Okay, all right, here we go. Dinner in Hell trivia. Brad, are you ready?
I am ready.
Brad, the Jeffrey Dahmer episode was our longest episode at 1 hour and 19 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
What was previously our longest episode?
I am going to have to say the Battle of Kenai.
No,
Was it
sorry.
Rome 410?
No, sir.
What was it?
Sir, the answer is Leave the Heart In, episode about mummification.
Oh.
1 hour and 17 minutes. Dang, I never knew that. I didn't realize that till I looked.
That one's really long too. And
Drinking the Kool-Aid was at 1 hour and 10 minutes, and that was about the Jonestown Massacre. Okay, are you ready for the next question? Brad, is the audience ready?
yeah, what's up, everybody? Let them hear it.
Are you ready, Brad?
I am ready.
The Battle of Kenai is our most played episode.
Mm-hmm.
As of November 14th, 2017, which is our least played episode. Now, as of 11/14, Blood Eagle was the current episode.
Uh-huh.
So, any episode before Blood Eagle, what was the least played episode that we have uploaded?
Shot in the Dark. Fury of the Northmen.
That is incorrect.
Ah.
It was episode 50, the one about jobs. Obviously,
yeah, so
because it's new.
recent.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's the newest one.
That was foolish. on my part.
That episode was a bunch of jobs that we discussed from past 50 shows, previous 50 shows.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I really felt confident in that answer, too. I did not feel confident in the first one, but I really thought I knew that one.
Battle of Kenai is only like 35 minutes.
What the
That's
fuck
not
am I
long.
thinking?
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of the Rome 410, the sacking of Rome. I think that one was kind of long.
Battle of Kenai was our first long one, but it isn't nearly as long as you know now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Question number 3, Brad, are you ready?
Let me have it.
Okay, here we go. King Kamehameha V was known for what action in our past episode?
Condemning a bunch of people to live on an island all alone because they were lepers.
That is correct. In what
On
state?
the board. Hawaii.
Yeah, well, then it wasn't a state, right? Or was it?
No, it wasn't.
It was just a nation. Oh, wow. Before we bought them.
It was back when the states had kings.
All right. Okay. We're just moving right along. Question number 4, Brad, the Impaler. Here we go. Have more cities in Michigan downloaded our Mackinac Massacre episode than cities outside of Michigan?
I'm going to say no, Ron. I'm going to say that is not true.
That is correct. 16 Michigan cities have downloaded it, 27 none. So, we're a worldwide audience, you guys. You got to understand Russian Federation's downloading Mackinac Massacre.
Nice.
Okay, we are just moving along. We have about 100 more questions here. No, I'm sorry. We have 2 more. Well, 1 more question, and then we're going to the final question.
All right.
So question number 5. We're almost done here, people.
Number 5.
People, you could probably hear the band warming up. You know this is almost over. Okay. As of November 14th, 2017, which shows have been played more? Episode 38, Caligula, or Episode 37, Nero, Make Rome Great Again? New little Jeopardy, no, a little thinking music here.
I'm going to say Nero has more juice than Caligula. Nero's played more.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, Reg.
You're saying Nero is your choice as which is played more, Nero or Caligula? That's your final?
What is Nero?
That is incorrect. Sorry, it's Caligula 74-71.
Fuck you, Caligula.
Close. That was a close one, right?
Yeah, those are so
Okay,
close.
now this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the audience is electrified. The listeners at home are waiting on the edge of their seat for the final question for Brad. Brad, which country has listened to our episode 29, Becoming Hitler, more? Canada, Germany, or Austria?
I'm going to say Canada. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at these stats. The department hasn't broken it down to me. They know we've been planning this show. But I think I'm going off the fact that it's an English-speaking country, and I'm going to say more from Canada.
That would be correct, Brad. You just got the final answer right, and that means you know some Dinner and Hill trivia is what you know. All right. Thanks for playing a great game today, BT.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for putting on this show.
And audience, give yourself a hand.
You look great out there.
So yeah, little Dinner and Hill trivia. Careful now. Little Dinner and Hill trivia.
Do you like the games? Do you have a suggestion? Do you have anything you'd like to hear us cover on the show? If so, we're easy to get a hold of. Best ways on Twitter at Dinner and Hell Pod. Feel free to email us, dinnerandhellpodcast@gmail.com. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You name it, shit. We're all over it. Stitcher.
I got a bonus question.
Oh, there's a bonus question.
Yeah, going back to the Mackinac episode, Mackinac Massacre.
Uh-huh.
Was the number one city that played that episode in Michigan?
Yes.
No, it was not. Mechanicsville, Virginia played it more than any other city. God damn it, Michigan people, step it up. This band is killer.
Oh, they sound incredible.
This audience is killer, and thanks for enjoying the game and participating and clapping.
Thanks for being here. We love you. Good night.
Good night, Twitter. 53, bitch. This is the Herbie Love Bug of all episodes, the critics are saying.